moving to the cloud will probably be like your last act of getting your hands dirty with the Atlassian products in this manner. And as someone who has done these moves for, I think now 9 years, they get very complicated very quick. Partners like ISOs, we've gone through this drill a lot. We know a lot of the pitfalls. It's a lot of weird technical problems pop up that you would not foresee. Partners like ISOs have relationships with all the app vendors. So not only are you moving your Atlassian products up to the cloud, there's all your apps that are in it, all your add-ons, plugins. That data has to move also. And we have experience moving both the Atlassian data and that data also.
One of the great advantages to having Atlassian Solution Partner take care of this for you is that we do this every day, and we know a lot of the information is in our heads, and if we don't have it, we know where to find it usually, and it just it's going to make the process go faster.
The critical thing is because Atlassian products become so central to how people do their day-to-day operations from either customer support, dev, on and on and on, downtime becomes a critical thing. So not only can a partner help you do this in the most orderly way, but help you manage that downtime. So instead of being down for a week or 2 weeks, it's a scheduled, rehearsed process that we've been through. And so if the Atlassian stack is critical to your organization, and this is like your last foray into being highly technical and into this process in the back end, a partner like ISO can really help you through that. So your move from server to cloud is as smooth as possible. We've helped organizations of all sizes make that transition, moving your data to helping you QA it, reduce your downtime, and help you communicate to your people through training or through documentations. What are the differences that they'll see between server and cloud? If your company is considering the move from server to cloud, there's a lot of things that you can do, regardless if you use a partner or not, that will help you make that transition easier. So the first thing that you can do is do a basic cleanup of all your data. It's like anytime you move homes or offices, you should purge what you can, throw away what you can, because you want to move as small amount of data as possible. That will just make sure that everything's faster, cleaner. So a basic cleanup of your Jira or Confluence instances or any other product that you're using on server, do a basic cleanup of that. Now, some subset of things that you can do there is, first of all, go through all your Jira projects. Find out who owns each project. Go through all your workflows. Find out who is responsible for each workflow. Because any item or any type of thing that you move from server to cloud, if there's any problems, the things that can trip you up is not knowing who cares about this, who can help fix it. Because ultimately, although your IT staff or a partner or both might help you do this move, it's a collaborative effort between your whole organization. And the more that you find responsible parties and you make them involved in the move to cloud, the more successful that move will be. A part of that cleanup effort and the ownership are the apps that you use. One thing that's great about the Atlassian products are all the apps and add-ons that you can add to it, which is great. But every app that you have can add heartache to that move from server to cloud. So going through your apps, making sure if they're not being used, turn them off, uninstall them. Ones that are being used, find out how they're being used. And again, find that responsible party of who cares about that app. That is key. Getting in alignment with your company's overall calendar. When an organization comes to ISO and they say, we want to be on the cloud by March, for instance, or April, we'll say, okay, and we'll marshal, we'll do our project schedule. And then they'll find out, oh my goodness, we have a release of our software in March and we can't move. So everything is kind of, their internal schedule and ours gets all discombobulated. And so definitely making sure that your IT team, whoever will do your move, is in sync with the rest of your company is key, because that can derail budget, time, and everything else like that. One thing that is important is making sure that your server software is relatively current. A lot of organizations they want to move to the cloud because they want to update their software anymore, which is a valid thing. It can be a very complicated exercise. But what happens is a lot of people will come to us and they'll be on version like 5 of Jira, and Jira's on like 8.7 right now or something like that. There's these big gaps, and you have to be on a certain versions of Jira or Confluence or Bitbucket to move to cloud. So you might want to do that internally if you have the process, or a partner can help you. But knowing this, though, that upgrade process in itself can add cost and time to your move to the cloud. Once you're on the cloud, upgrades are not a problem anymore. But getting there, being on a version that is earlier can cause problems. If you're going to move to the cloud, finding out early if you really can is key. And I know that's a general thing to say, but going through all the resources that we talked about, like ISOS's R quiz, Atlassian's, and all these other, make sure that there's no one thing that can stop you from going to the cloud, like compliance, something like that. We've had a lot of clients go down this road very gung-ho, saying they want to be on cloud, and we're like a third of the way through the project, and they discovered there's something that is stopping them. So making sure that you have gone through every issue that can stop you, the earlier you find that out, the better. So you save on effort, time, heartache, and again, partnering with a Atlassian partner will help you discover those things sooner. Although either way, just trying to educate yourself through all these online resources would definitely be a good place to start.
Server's end of life in February 2024. So you'll have at least a couple of years to sort of get everything in order. And then at the end of that end of life period for server, if you're still not ready, then you're going to have to migrate to data center. The main differences between data center and cloud is that the data center is going to be in a location that you define. So whether that's in your own data center on premises, or whether that's in AWS or Azure or GCP, that infrastructure will have to be set up and configured by someone. Whereas with cloud, that is all sort of on demand. It's ready and waiting for you. So you can go to Atlassian.net and create a cloud site right now and begin using it immediately without having to do anything in terms of technical infrastructure. That would be the main difference. I suppose another important difference is that, a data center installation has a limit to how many specific nodes or kind of servers that you can have running your data center, as well as the amount of users that it will ultimately support, right? Atlassian's applications are great, but at a certain point, there's a limit to how many nodes are helpful. And then there's a limit to how many users that number of nodes can support. And so there is a limit there. Whereas with the cloud, my understanding would be that they're intending to make the user experience the same for everyone across the world, regardless of location or so on and so forth. And it should also scale automatically, where you would have to manually configure that, or perhaps add a node to your data center or something if you, for some reason, overnight had a large influx of users.
So I've talked about why you'd want to use a partner to help you move help you move into the cloud. And I think I'm going to make myself blush a little bit and talk about ISOS, about how we can help you, and like why you want to pick us, because I think we're great. But anyways, first thing I'm going to say is this: I'd say ISOS is probably the most cloud-friendly, cloud-agnostic partner. We don't push people in the cloud, but we definitely try and suit them up. Like if the cloud fits their needs, and more it does, we will make sure someone lands there. ISOS is fully dedicated to doing service for Atlassian. We've done a lot of these, and that our first effort when we get up in the morning, it's like, how can we help our clients get the most out of the Atlassian platform? And moving to the cloud is a big part of that. We've been an Atlassian partner since 2008. We've been using the software itself since 2004 or 5. We've won a lot of awards. Like in 2019, we were Enterprise Partner of the Year. In 2017, we were the Jira Service Desk Partner of the Year. And when it comes to moving to the cloud, we've worked very closely with Atlassian. A lot of the recommendations and processes that they've published has come a lot from us in talking back and forth with us about, we were doing these moves long before it was actually part of their official push. And so, we work in close collaboration with Atlassian and all the partners. We are on the forefront of all the latest technologies, tricks and tips, and processes on helping you move your data from the server into cloud. I've talked about all the blog posts and all the resources on the ISOS website pertaining to moving to the cloud. And I think when you read those things, you'll kind of get you'll get a sense of the full depth of our experience and our commitment to that process.
If you need help with any of this sort of stuff, or if you just have questions, or if you think maybe a cloud migration might be something that you want to look into for your company, or maybe beneficial, reach out to us at isostech.com. There's a form on there. It's really easy to contact us. We've got a phone number. You can call us. You can write us an email. We would love to hear from you and help you, solve your problems. That's what we're here for.